Whiskey Thoughts is the part of the show where we each take a shot of whiskey, we bare our soul, and we let you in on the MMA-related thoughts of two degenerates. That is us. The whiskey of the week this week is the Fighting Cock, fairly delicious whiskey. We video our whiskey thoughts each week, and we'll post them on our Instagram at the Simply MMA podcast and on our YouTube channel as well. If you want video yourself taking a shot and giving your own whiskey thought, DM it to us. We will definitely share it on our Instagram. Manny, this week, what is your whiskey thought?
Well, I love MMA. I think it's the best sport in the world, and they're the toughest men in the world. However, there is an interesting trend going on. We all know the rap that basketball players, soccer players get for flopping and trying to entice, not necessarily of a sign of weakness, but to try to entice some sort of foul call or some sort of advantage. Now, we've seen it, more recently with, the Weidman-Mousasi fight where Weidman possibly could have continued in that fight. It went against him ultimately. The Diego Sanchez, Michelle Pereira fight. But now, all of a sudden, after the controversy that was Aljamain Sterling taking that knee, albeit a hard knee, but a lot of people thought he sold it, a bit of gamesmanship.
Yep.
And then just this week, it started to set in that this might be a bit of a trend where people see the advantage that can be gained from possibly, playing more hurt than you might be. We saw in the Random Marcos fight against Luana Pinheiro. Pinheiro, a very, in my opinion, exaggerated reaction to those illegal up kicks. If you watch it in slow motion, she, it's a delayed reaction, kind of takes them kind of glancingly and then throws herself back violently onto the ground and then gives the, and again, incredible athletes, very tough, obviously. But, you see what you see. And then in the one championship on Thursday, you saw with Umar Kane versus Krishenko, where at the end of the second round, Krishenko hits him kind of in the neck a little bit. And then another delayed reaction as Kane, rise on the ground in between the rounds. And that didn't go in his favor either because they just gave a TKO win to Krishenko. But I'm wondering, are we going to start seeing a trend like in soccer or basketball where any type of thing that the fighter deems to be illegal, we go into acting class now? I hope not, because those other sports get a bad rap. I don't know, I'd hate for fighters to start getting that moniker of floppers, or fakers. And
as the rules stand, that's how a lot of, if it's an illegal blow and the guy says they can't continue, generally that's a DQ or maybe a loss, for the person who fouled them. So, definitely agree. I hope that's not a continued thing going on. Well, my whiskey thought this week is Diego Sanchez was released from the UFC. He was supposed to fight Cowboy Cerrone. Was out with, I didn't hear what, maybe an injury. I'm not sure. And then shortly after, we hear that he was released. And just kind of a crazy.
It was because they asked for his medical records in the UFC, or his manager, Diego's manager, asked for the medical records from Dana White in the UFC, and then the UFC, the lawyers asked, "Can you assure us that there's nothing wrong? Why are you asking for these records?" They said, "Well, we can't assure you that nothing's wrong. We just want the records." And the UFC like, "All right, that's enough. You're done.
Too much.
You're out of here."
And it's very unfortunate because Diego Sanchez is a guy who won. He was super, super highly touted when he first came into the UFC. Very good. Had a long, obviously 16 years, a long career. He's had ups. He's had downs. Always been kind of a weird character, but I always enjoyed at least watching him fight and having him around. Yeah, he's a legend. He's done it all. But just very unfortunate that he got, what's this guy's name?
Joshua Fabian.
Don't
you dare disrespect Fabio like that.
I know.
Ever again.
Yes, sir. Joshua Fabian as his manager. And I just wanted to read a little quote from Dana White, a statement from him that kind of sums it up pretty well. He said, "Somehow this creep got into Diego's life and has been controlling him. You saw the video of him chasing guys in the octagon with a knife. He's how fucking nuts is that? He goes to the commission, tells them that he's taught Diego this death punch. It goes on with this guy. He goes into the production meeting and tells the commentators, which I just watched this video, tells the commentators what they should be saying. He was criticizing them for calling a fight as they called it, as they saw it. The guy is batshit nuts. He worked his way into Diego's life and has gotten control over him. I just want the best for Diego. So just unfortunate.
He confronted Matt Serra.
And he
He's a
confronted
crazy man. That's not the person you want to confront.
Yeah, and then just all the stuff he just listed.
It's all about him. It's all about his attention.
Yeah.
He hides it not very well. Like it's about Diego, but it's all about him and the attention that he seeks. He's a leech. You can tell the individual, the personality type, an absolute leech.
Yeah, so just very unfortunate that Diego got connected with him and wish
he's being taken advantage of.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see how
this is like a story where in like 5 years, and you're gonna be like, oh, this guy stole $500,000 from Diego or something. Yeah. This is like exactly where this is leading, you know. So
who knows if Diego will end up fighting again in Bellator or something? But
he'll fight
really,
somewhere.
Yeah, I don't want to see that. Really, mostly I just want to see him disconnect with this guy because it's not good.